Okay, I'm sorry it's late, guys. I don't know. I've kind of been in and out between my tooth and catching up on work here at home. See? Doing some science at the same time. And third grade reading and now third grade math. So anyway, I've been like a squirrel scattering all over the place. So more fractions. Before I would start this lesson tomorrow, first of all, I would definitely practice my multiplication facts with the kids and do my fluency quiz. I hope y'all are still pushing that because that'll really aid them this year and the years to come. And then I would maybe even go over the number line sheet they did together. If it were me, I would have a blank copy of that number line group one, and I would just show, like, if I wanted a number line to be in fourths, it takes 3 marks to make 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. And that would be fourths, as in 4 parts. And then if you were to find 2/4 and the 4/4, 1, 2. So 2/4, the card should have gone right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should have been 4/4. And if you have 4 pieces of pizza and you eat all 4, you ate the whole thing. And so I would just quickly, I wouldn't cut out the cards, but I would quickly model for the students. If I need my denominators to be eighths, D, I'm divided into 8. And it does not take 8 marks. It doesn't take 8 hash marks. It takes 7. And this is something kids always struggle with because they try to draw 8 marks to make 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aha, I cheated. 8. Talk to them about how spacing should be as perfect as possible, same size, same shape. And if I need to find something on 3/8, this is 1, 2, 3 spaces out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right here would have been the card 3/8. So anyway, I would quickly go over yesterday's group work. All right, so they read this, and then I'd ask the students, what are you looking for? Well, we're looking for a unit fraction. About what? About a part. Which part? Of the shipment that was white. All right, well, first of all, unit fraction. Unit fractions are fractions that have a numerator of 1. And so I'd spell it out. I'd wait for them. Numerator of 1. So then I'd ask the students, okay, remember a fraction. Fractions, they have numerators and denominators. How do we remember which place is the numerator? Nod our numerator. Okay, so we're nodding our head, and we're going to get down and shake that denominator, which is a D. Down on the bottom. You're shaking your bottom. So a unit fraction is a fraction with a numerator of 1. D, denominators. Say, hey, what's the whole set divided into? Well, this is the whole set. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. This is the unit fraction because each car, that's 1/6. That's 1 out of 6. This is 1 car out of 6. This is 1 out of 6, which would make 6 altogether, but which is also how many are white? 1 out of 6. All right, girls, read us about Darnell. So they read it. All right, what are we supposed to do? Boys, what are we supposed to do? If they try reading the whole thing, no. If we summarize, we're not writing the whole book. Shorten it. What am I supposed to do? Short and sweet. Shade what? 3/4. 3/4 of what? Each rectangle. All right. I always told my 4th graders, my best friend is always the denominator. Because denominator tells us so many things. Denominator says, hey, dude, divide each rectangle into fourths. Now, you can do that a couple of ways, but the most important thing is that each of the pieces are congruent, same size, same shape. And I also use humor with the students and tell them, I know you're not Jesus, me either, I'm not perfect. So we try to be neat, and if it's really bad, use your eraser. Shade 3/4. Numerators, that N says know what you're looking for. I'm looking for 3 to be shaded. It does not matter which 3 y'all shade, as long as you're shading 3 of 4 on each rectangle. All right, I tell the kids, all right, I'm gonna read the next one. Y'all look on. All right, I want boys, read the first question. Okay, what are we looking for? Fraction of what? Pepperoni pizza. Which fraction of pepperoni pizza eaten? All right. Pizza had 8 equal slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, they all have 8s. So if you're cut into 8 slices, here's what I know about my fraction. Fractions have numerators and denominators. If you are cut into 8 equal slices, you are divided into 8s. Now, they try to trick them on this one because notice that they do not have them all divided into 8s. A lot of kids try to do this. They try to count 8 plus 8 plus 8, 24. So you might talk to the kids 8s. Even though there's 3 pizzas, when you're talking about a D-divided set, you're talking about one whole model at a time, if that makes sense. So what fraction of pepperoni was eaten? Let's see, I guess I should read it. Each pizza had equal, use the pictures for the, what fraction of the pizza was eaten? Well, if you can see the slices, they weren't eaten because they're still here remaining on the plate. So I see that 2 pieces are gone. 2 out of 8. So 2/8 of the pizza was eaten. And then I'd say, all right, kids, y'all say that. 2/8, 2 out of 8. All right, girls, read the next one. All right. We want fraction, cheese pizza, left. Okay. When you have food, the leftovers, are those the ones missing or the ones you still see? They're the ones you still see. So here's cheese. How many are left on the plate? 1, 2, 3 pieces. That's your numerator. Know what you're looking for. I'm looking for leftover cheese. That's 3. D, what does our denominator say, guys? Divided into. Well, they try to trick us. But I know that pieces have to be same size, same shape. And I can kind of look over here for hints. I can see that that is not the same size and shape. So I probably, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like it says. 3/8, 3 out of 8 are eaten. All right, I like this right here. So I'd ask the kids after we read it, maybe whole class read this one, up to you. Write 4 fractions, each oval, showing difference of unit fractions and other fractions. I'd pull them back over here. What did we say we have to know about a unit fraction? They have to have a numerator of 1. Unit fractions represent 1 piece at a time. So they have to have a numerator of 1. So like 1/6, that's a unit fraction. 1/2 is a unit fraction. Can y'all give me another one? 1/3, very good, because the numerator's 1. Good. 1/10. These are all unit fractions because they're representing 1 out of 6, or 1 out of 2, or 1 unit out of 3. That's what unit fractions are. Other fractions. These are not unit fractions. How do we know they're not unit fractions? That's right, they don't have numerators of 1. So we could write these. Can y'all think of another one? Good, 5/6. That's not a unit. All right, 2/3. That's good. Yes, 7/10. Good. Anything that does not have a numerator of 1 is not a unit fraction. All right, I'm going to read about Mrs. Taft, and then when I come to the fraction, I want y'all to read it out loud. So blah, blah, blah. All right. What do we need to do? I want y'all to look under here and look at it by yourself. Read it by yourself. I'm not going to read it out loud. All right, what should we highlight? Explain, students, correct, and incorrect. So they're supposed to represent 1/4. Let's start with correct. If you're correct, what does that mean? Correct means you're right. So I want y'all to look at Amy, Blair, and Caleb's pictures. Who would you say who's correct and who's not correct? And this is kind of hard because let's start here. What do we know about our bottom number? Which one is it? Denominator, okay? What do we know our denominator says? Divided into. This one's divided into fourths. And why do I not want to say it's divided into 4? Because 4 is a whole number. Fourths is 4 parts. They're all in fourths, and they all have 1 shaded. So, what can we say? And if they're stuck, they might already tell you that it's Caleb or it's not Blair. If they're stuck, though, take them back to once y'all have done. What do you notice about each of the parts of each unit? They're congruent. Same size, same shape. Same size, same shape. Are all 4 of these same size, same shape? No. What about these? No. So that means, and here's Miss Pierce, then I tell my kids, here's Miss Pierce cheating. This isn't writing class, so I don't have to make it in perfect sentences unless it tells me to. Amy and Blair are incorrect. Why are they incorrect? BC. Because pieces aren't congruent. What does that mean, congruent? Yeah, let's write that. Same size, same shape. And at this point, I would get up while they're catching up because they don't write as quick as we do. And go walk around. Are they taking the same notes as you? Are they writing neatly? And I always comment as I walk around like, ooh, I see a lot of you writing neatly, or I like the way so-and-so did this, or ooh, so-and-so added more, thank you. Or hey, you need to add this in, you missed what we did. Which means Caleb's the one that's correct. And I could be talking about that too as I walk around. Why is Caleb correct? Caleb's correct because all 4 units, see, you could throw that word in, all 4 units are equivalent. See, now I'm throwing in another synonym. What does that mean? It means all are equal. So you're throwing in synonyms here. On the back, oh good, it cut off the question. Fabulous. Well, here's the question. Point L. Which number represents point L? Well, I would tell the kids, I want you to study this number line for a minute. Let's see. 19, 19 and 1/4. What do you think the next space is? Hopefully they know 1/4 would go to 2/4. 19 and 3/4. 19 and 4/4. Hold. If you have 4 pieces and you eat all 4, what do you know? Yeah, if you have 4